I've filmed a lot of fitness videos over the years, but this video is easily the hardest video I've ever had to make. If you have followed this channel for a while, you've seen the fitness challenges, the progress, the results, and the goals. What you haven't seen is what's happening behind the camera. You see, for years I've lived with bipolar, borderline personality disorder, and there have been times in my life that have been far darker than anything I show you on YouTube. There are times that I struggle with self-harm, suicidal thoughts, and for me getting through the day can feel impossible. I'm not making this video for sympathy, I'm not making it for clicks. I'm making it because a lot of people, they look at fitness content and think discipline solves everything. The truth is, you could be training hard, hitting your goals, and fighting battles that nobody sees. So today, I want to tell you the real story, not the fitness challenge version, the story of what's happening behind the scenes, how it's affected my life, and what I've learned from it. Now, to understand all this, I need to take you back to the beginning. My mental health problems started when I was around 13. I just knew that I was very different to everyone else. I was constantly angry, I was hyperactive, then I'd get periods of feeling very low, and for a 13-year-old kid, this is really not normal. This is the time in your life when you should be enjoying yourself, playing football, but I was always in a very, very dark place from a young age. I got an early diagnosis of ADHD, which I suppose nowadays they diagnose every kid with it, but as I got a little bit older, the doctors started to look at things and realised that this is actually more bipolar and BPD. I then discovered fitness around about 19 and now I'm 37, so I've been training quite a long time. And look, I'm not going to sit here and say fitness has completely solved every problem. It's definitely helped over the years. It's my escape. I get to spend a couple of hours where I'm outside of my normal day-to-day stresses. To some point, fitness has saved me. But later in the video, I want to show you that fitness is not the only answer, and I still struggle with a lot of the problems that I had when I was 13. How does bipolar and BPD affect my everyday life? Now, for you to understand that, I need to explain to you exactly what those two illnesses are. Most people have heard about bipolar. There's type 1 and type 2, and I fall in the latter category of type 2. Bipolar is basically a fluctuation in moods over a long period of time. So for me, I can be very, very hyper, very, very focused, very creative, almost euphoric for 2-3 weeks. Sometimes they last as long as a month. Now, this feels like a really good place to be in because you feel unstoppable. I'm in the gym, I feel like I can win an Olympic race. It's pretty delusional thoughts, but you do feel very, very good. Unfortunately, what goes up must come down. After the high, there usually is a period of low, and these lows are unbelievable. They're not you feeling sorry for yourself. These lows are, I don't want to get out of bed. I see absolutely no light in life, like I want it over today. Every enjoyment that I had, the gym, going out, meeting friends, all that completely disappears. Now, the second diagnosis is, in my eyes, a lot more complex. It's borderline personality disorder, which is BPD for short. This is all to do with emotional regulation. And to be honest, out of the two, this one affects me more. Everything is hyper-focused, hypersensitive. So where most people would deal with a situation in a rational way, my emotions will instantly go to 100%. This is the worst thing in the world. You're at a normal state and then all of a sudden it's 100%, and that is across the board on literally every single thing in my life. And it's unbearable to live with. It's just constant noise. You get massive impulses. I can go out and just buy a car for absolutely no reason. And to be honest, this is something that's seen in both illnesses. So not only am I dealing with the bipolar, dealing with the BPD, so the impulses are just, yeah, it's a lot to get through. Now, this is obviously a fitness channel, so how has these two illnesses affected my fitness? I always make it to the gym because I know what a safe haven the gym is for me. The only thing is my discipline outside the gym is very, very up and down. Now, if I'm not feeling good, I then drink more, my sleep shit, I'm angry, I don't have any focus in the gym. I'll turn up at the gym, don't get me wrong, I'll always turn up at the gym, but my diet could be all over the place. Knowing myself over the years, it's kind of like I'm just trying to get to a point where you can have your few beers, make sure you always keep training, but don't let one interfere the other. So don't go completely obsessive with the gym and then rebound, but also don't go completely obsessive with the pub and then give up the healthy habits. I suppose we should really talk about the lowest points of my life, and I don't really want to go into too much graphic detail because YouTube will probably censor it. The lowest points in my life have been to the point of being seen in hospital for certain behaviours that could have led to serious complications. A lot of self-harm. I won't go into detail, but yeah, you can imagine. And again, I have scars and things like that have accumulated over the years. It's pretty horrible, really, because if you sat down with Matt at a dinner table when Matt's feeling fine, you'd never even know that anything's going on. You'd never look at me and go, oh, this guy's obviously suffering from, you know, self-harm, suicidal thoughts. You just look at me and think, this guy's having the time of his life. He's in pretty good shape, goes on holiday now and then, is always in the gym, always smiling, does his fitness challenges, but the truth is, I'm doing all that, but inside I'm actually in a pretty bad place a lot of the times. All right, so what has helped me over the years, and this is what I said earlier in the video, like I don't want to sit here and say fitness has solved all my problems. Certainly aided. What has helped me over the years is I have read a shit ton of books on the mind, on discipline, habits, fitness. I've literally, diet. I have really gone to town on arming myself with the best chance of being able to manage this. I would actually put reading above fitness. I mean, I prefer fitness to reading because when I'm feeling shit, I can't actually read. But when I'm feeling good, I'm pretty good at taking in information and using it every day. I'll put some books in the description, ones that I recommend that definitely have helped over the years. Getting your nutrition in place. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that a salad is gonna solve all your problems. I'll leave that for the guys on Instagram to say, you know, I feel amazing. I quit alcohol, I eat cabbage every day and my life has been completely solved. It's a load of bullshit. They're selling you something, and if you do actually have mental health problems, that's not gonna help. But what I will say is when you're functioning well, eating fruit and veg, sleeping properly, the shit times are still gonna be shit, but it's 10% better, which if you're someone who struggles like myself, 10% is something to cling on to. All right, so fitness. This is a fitness channel. Big thing that's helped me with fitness is, and especially the challenges, is I like to put my body and my mind to the test. Now, when you're struggling with mental health, your mind allows you to go places that most people's minds can't go. When you do a fitness challenge, whether it's running 48 miles over 2 days or staying on a treadmill all day, whatever that may be, my mind allows me to just switch off. I'm like, this is shit, this is bad, but it's no way as bad as what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. In a way, the mental health stuff does have a couple of pros. I mean, if I could choose, I wish I never had either of them, but it does have a few pros in pushing me to limits that other people can't push to. And I think that's why I've been able to stay in pretty good shape most of my life. So another big thing I think I would recommend if you're struggling is your network, the people that you surround yourself with. I used to spend a lot of times around negative people. I was doing a job I absolutely despised. The people were just very different to me. Like, I'm very kind of goal driven. I want to achieve things in life. I want to travel the world. And there was a lot of people in my life at that particular time that were very kind of narrow-minded. Didn't like to see you try anything outside the box. You know, if I'd have said, oh, I'm starting a YouTube channel, they'd have laughed at me. You need to find people in your life that are very supportive. My wife, luckily, is a very supportive individual. She's there 24/7. She knows about my problems. She's never gonna laugh at me for something that I wanna try. It's more like, yeah, give it a go. And that really helps. You want people around you that want the best for you. Why am I sharing this now? This video has been on the horizon for, I don't know, 2-3 years. and I've never really had the courage to make it. I've always been like, do I want people knowing that I'm diagnosed with bipolar and borderline personality disorder? And it's always something that I've really wanted to kind of keep close to my chest. I think because I've struggled for so long now. If someone on the other end of this can relate to it, can listen to what I'm saying, then they might find some comfort in it. They might be like, actually, I'm not the only person who's struggling with these things on a day-to-day basis. And also, this guy's not coming on camera and saying life's going to be amazing, because it really isn't. The other reason I'm making this video now is I feel like I've got to a stage on YouTube where, you know, I'm not big by any means. I've got 2,000 odd subscribers that I'm very grateful of, and some of them watch every one of my videos, and I think it's nice to come on here and just show the real Matt rather than someone who's kind of playing for the camera, you know, showing the struggles and things like that. It's nice to just kind of relate with the audience and go, actually, like, Matt's not this kind of like super freaky guy who does stupid food and fitness challenges. Matt's actually like, is actually really struggling, and I'm really struggling, so maybe I am kind of like normal. Maybe everyone I see online is not superhuman. Maybe people online are actually struggling and just not showing it on camera. Yeah, the time has come to disclose everything. Maybe I'll regret it. I don't know, I really don't know. But yeah, I just hope that this finds the audience well. And yeah, if you are watching this and going through similar problems, I hope this video makes you feel less alone. Thanks all for being here. Thank you for being a subscriber of the channel. And if you're not a subscriber and this is something that maybe you want to hear more of, or look at the fitness challenges, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for listening to this story. If you do want to see more raw videos, then please put it in the comments. Got a lot of experience with dealing with this stuff, and if people like or can relate to these videos, then I'm more than happy to make more of them. All right, guys, thanks a lot for listening. Catch you in the next one.